Hi, this is a video on operation process charts. Operations process charts is a method for communication of high-level processes and activities. You can imagine that when you design a particular part, you need to communicate how it is to be made. And you can tell somebody how to do it. But if in a large facility where many people are doing different processes, you need a method for communication about how to make something. So operations process chart is one way to do that. So this is a picture of an operations process chart to make a tea kettle. And there's a couple things that I'm going to point out on this chart and to show how it is made and how it is designed. So the first thing is there's two symbols on this chart. One is an operation, which is a circle. The other is an inspection, which is a square. The numbers within each the operations and the inspections refer to an SOP or standard operating procedure that tells you exactly how to do that particular step. So in the SOP, you're going to have things like the tools that are needed. You'll have drawings of the parts with tolerances to communicate the details associated if there's machining involved. You might have assembly processes if it's an assembly operation. And you also might have written processes related to how to do the particular thing. So there's a lot of background under each of these circles and squares. Now, when you look at the operations process chart, it really flows from the upper left to the bottom right. And so when you're looking at it, that's how you're going to be looking at it. Across the top is each sort of sub-assembly or sub-part that will be flowing onto the main part. So if we look at this, what we can see here is we have operations in circles and inspections in squares. The other piece of information that can be seen on this is the amount of time it takes to do that particular operation or the inspection. So this is going to be important when you design the capacity or how many people you're going to need in order to meet demand. You need to have a standard time related to each of the steps in the process. So for the cutting the tube, it takes 0.21 minutes. Almost always in industrial and manufacturing engineering, we express time in minutes. So if we look more closely at the body, we can see another detail that we want to pay attention to. So there's going to be operations, which are simply, in this case, punch out the body. Or they're going to be inspections, which is indicated here as an inspection that's going to take about half a minute. And we would reference the SOP 30 to do that. In addition, there's assemblies. So this assembly is A1, and it's assembling the body to the base. So this particular assembly will also be indicated in the SOP, but it's indicated by an A1. So that's the look at the operations process chart, and I hope you can see how that's useful to communicate high-level process activity.